If I had $1 for every movie I saw each year about male strippers getting back together or male strippers doing their thing, I'd have $2. That's not a lot, but it's strange to happen more than once. Look, eat your heart out, Magic Mike. We got Back on the Strip. Wesley Snipes, Fezzi in Love, Billy Bellalame? Is that how you pronounce his name? JB Smoove. Let's not forget Xander, Dr. X, Gary Owen, and Spence Morse the second. They're here. They are doing their thing. If you've seen the trailer for this movie, you know exactly what it is. It is a group of male strippers who broke up. This new kid comes around, actually wants to be a magician, but can't make it there. So they say, hey, well, why don't you make some money doing this? And hopefully we can work it out and all that. And it's exactly what you think. What one or two things here. What did I think about the movie? I have seen far worse in my life, but can I actually say this is a good movie? No, I won't go so far as to say it's a good movie. Is it a bad movie? No, I won't say that either. It was a perfectly inoffensive movie, which is weird to say because it is R-rated. There is not quite male nudity, but there is definitely some workarounds for male nudity, because one of the defining features of one of the main characters is they are hung like a mule. And they do kind of show it off. To a degree. Kind of. It's not as raunchy as something like Strays was, but they do lean into the R rating. They do lean into it every once in a while. If nothing else, with the language. But for this type of movie, obviously, now that's what I mean by inoffensive. It is more or less inoffensive. It's not. I really don't have much to say except it's not amazing, but I had some laughs with it. These actors and performers are having fun. Like, the main crew is actually pretty solid. I've always liked Wesley Snipes. I like Wesley Snipes. All the guys, JB Smoove is a lot of fun. Fazzy in Love is good. Gary Owen, when they get he's white. It's like, I love to be like, you know how boring white is to be white? Have you ever tried to sift through the crowd? But her name's right here. Hold on. Why am I blanking on her name? 1 second. I'm gonna get Tiffany Haddish. That was it. Tiffany Haddish. Didn't want to try to read that if I could. Tiffany Haddish is a lot of fun. They're all fun. I actually like the lead quite a bit. Spencer Moore the second. Why? Correct me if I'm wrong here, and I'm gonna look. I'm on IMDb right now, so I'm checking right now. Isn't he on Bel Air? Because I feel like I do recognize him. I've never personally watched Bel Air, but I've seen the trailers and the spots. So isn't he on Bel Air? No, he's not. Oh well, hold on, maybe. No, he's not. He's done a lot of TV work. Did he do any? Okay. Oh, now I remember. I knew I recognized him. He was the young Damian Anderson in Creed 3. The young Jonathan Majors character. That's where I knew I saw him from. And he was good in that movie, too. And he's actually pretty solid in this movie also. I could have sworn I had seen him in a preview of Bel Air. Maybe, but as far as I can tell here, he's never been on that show. That's where I recognized him from. Yeah, he has a very genuine charm to him. Like a very genuine personality. I liked him a lot. He still even though they say he's 24, he still seems a bit like that lost teenager, like coming back to the world. His not girlfriend, best friend who could have been his girlfriend but wasn't his girlfriend, is played by Reagan Harris, plays Robin. As a performer, she's good in the movie. She goes into one of my actual complaints about the movie, though. And before I go into that, there is a great little subplot involving JB Smoove and his and the characters and Karen Ward, who plays his wife. Uh, and I actually like what they're basically. I won't say exactly what it is. They're having not marital problems. It's just as I can, but things became stale in their relationship, and he's a pastor, so he's trying to be respectful. And where it ultimately ends up, all I'll say is the line. Well, the two lines like, "Well, you're a virtuous woman. I'm not a nun." It's like when I want some like I want my husband. I want to get freaky with my husband. I'm a great woman outside. I'm a virtuous woman outside, and I want to be your demon. I want to tempt you in the sack. Those aren't the lines saying, but that's essentially what it's coming down to. And I even like the end too. The end's actually kind of fun. But where this movie I think really, really struggles, and this is actually produced, by the way, by both Tiffany Haddish and Wesley Snipes. They both produced it. Written apparently by Eric Daniel and Chris Spencer, and directed by Chris Spencer. Is the fact that it is the A plot. The A plot of the character of his actual name isn't Merlin, but his performing, that's the name he's known by in IMDb. I don't think that's his name, but it's the stage name or whatever for like his magician name. He wanted to be a magician. He wants to be a magician. Goes to Vegas, and he ends up getting stuck on here. And all the while, he's got a girl who, who he was in love with, but things didn't go quite that way. But maybe he'll try to win her back. Gee, you wonder what you think will happen? You think you know what will happen with that? So that's the A plot. And the A plot is perfectly adequate. Fine. It's the B plot where I'm going like, no. I didn't realize for a while there was one other person in the theater with me. And so I stopped like kind of talking out loud for it because I didn't want to ruin the movie for them either. No, I don't know how well they were enjoying the movie, but they were way farther. And I'm just like, no. Because no one in this B plot is a good person on some level. And I don't necessarily mean evil per se. I just mean in terms of how they are perceiving the scenario, their situation, and handling their situation. No one is in the right here, because the character's name is Robin. She even says like, I'm going to go to college. Like, you're going to forget me and all that. She gives him his first kiss. So it's clear they had an attraction to each other. They really care about it. They liked each other. It's clear, too, it went beyond that, at least for him, and it goes beyond that for her. And then she comes back with a fiancé, oh no, who, shocker, is a complete ass. And I don't mean just complete ass. I mean, they immediately go out of your way to make you not like this person and just keep double downing on it. And honestly, the person's comeuppance isn't even really that good. They get a comeuppance in the middle of the film, and then near the end of the film, where everyone thinks it's made right. This is spoilers a little bit, but I mean, very few people are going to be seeing this film. I can already tell you that. And beyond that, you could see the plot coming a mile away and how it's going to go. It's really not that big a spoiler, but he doesn't really even get that big of a comeuppance, if any, after the fact, because there's like two comeuppances. The first one's fine. Second one, but to the point, it is one of those God help me scenarios where it's the misunderstanding. That can be done, but any one of these tropes can be done and done well. This is not. He lies to her, which he shouldn't have done. Okay, that's his bad. But she's in this relationship with this guy. She's engaged to him. And it's clear. You can tell she's not in love with him. And she pretty much knows she's not in love with him. She just feels she has to do it. And then she's getting mad at him for not lying to her, but not getting out of a relationship she knows she really doesn't want. And then there's the whole, hey, she even said, oh no, it's not going to get in the way or anything like that. And I was like, no, you going to college got in the way. You came back with a boyfriend. Your word means little to me. Yes, I get that. I'm being a little overdramatic with that. Your word means nothing to me. That's not quite. But honestly, kind of when you see how she's kind of acting towards him, and then she's kind of just playing it off like it's nothing. Like she can understand. She can tell he's hurt, and she's doing everything she can to try to smooth it out. But look, if I'm him, I'll talk to I'll interact, but I'm probably going to be actually very uncomfortable in that scenario, and probably going to want to be left alone for a little bit. I haven't quite been in his scenario before, but I have been in situations similar to, but not to the same degree. Like, hey, the girl I like just got engaged. The girls I've liked in the past, like I've had a girl I've liked, I've been friends with, and then they ended up getting a boyfriend. Yeah, that's been disappointing. That's hurt. I've been broken up before, and then hanging out with the ex isn't that easy, and then them finding someone else is also not great. So, especially if you know the person, which that has happened to me. So that is not great when that happens, and when it does happen, you usually, at least I usually, wanted some breathing room from that person. I have been not led on, that's not the right term. I have been told how some people, I've been told how I've been making a person feel. There was, one scenario, I'm not trying to go on a tangent here, but it's prudent to this, because this is how it's interacting in my mind. There was a scenario where I did like a girl, but I respected she only wanted to be friends. But I thought we had a relationship where I could be at least affectionate verbally. Not saying too much like I'm in love with you or anything like that. No. But where I could be affectionate verbally. And then I get told off that I was actually making her feel uncomfortable. And I didn't realize, and I felt like crap. So I stopped interacting with her entirely for a while. And then it occurred to me later down the road, like, wait. I am sorry I made you feel uncomfortable. But why didn't you tell me I was making you feel uncomfortable? You need to, girls and guys, you need to verbalize to someone if they're making you feel uncomfortable. Because you're, in essence, kind of gaslighting them otherwise. You're making them feel like they're doing something wrong without telling them they're doing something wrong. And that is you doing something wrong. It needs to be both ways, okay? Because otherwise you're going to actually hurt relationships that way, especially if you still want to be friends with them down the road. So, yeah, that happened to me once, too. I say all this, sharing my heartache and woe from the past. They are learning experiences. If you're strong enough to get over that kind of stuff, you can still suffer heartbreak, but you can manage that heartbreak better down the road. The reason I say that is and no one's in the right in this scenario in this movie is where I'm getting back at. They're all making mistakes. And it pisses me off because they should be talking to each other more, but that's not the movie because it's so this is as textbooks from Texas in the 60s. That's how textbook this B plot is. And if it wasn't for how really not well put together that was, I'd probably say I would say it's a solid little watch. As it stands, would I recommend you seeing it? If you've seen the other comedies out, go see Strays over this. I'm going to be honest. Go see Strays over that. What else is out? Let me check what's in my Cinemark right now. All right. What do we got out in theaters at this moment? Because it's been a while since I had 3 movies in a week. But I also got a little bit of a windfall this week playing cards. So I had some extra cash. Let's see. We got Blue Beetle. See Blue Beetle over this. Blue Beetle is actually a really good movie. Strays. Very good movie. Go see Barbie again if you haven't. Or go see it. Go see Oppenheimer if you haven't. Teenage Mutant Turtles, better than this. Go see that. Meg 2 in the Trench. This is a good comparison. What is a better watch than Last Voyage of the Meter? That one's actually go see Haunted Mansion over this. Go see probably Talk to Me Mission Impossible over this. I'd even say go see Elemental and Indiana Jones over this. But Last Voyage, this, and the Meg 2. So of all 3 of these, I'd say Last Voyage of the Meter is probably the best movie overall, best shot, best looking, best acted, more than anything. So it's not a comedy, but it is probably the best movie, I think, between the 3 of these. It's also, I think, got the best reviews among the 3 of these. So there you go. Between the Meg 2, the Trench, Meg 2 with the Trench and this, ooh. I will say this. I had more fun with how bad the Meg 2 was. This movie just irritated me whenever that B plot came up. But I'd say I had more fun with the overall cast in this movie than Meg 2. Mostly you just have Jason Statham being Jason Statham. The rest of the cast is kind of really hit and miss. Ooh. But when he goes wacky and fun, it's probably the more fun movie between the two. But it's not a really good movie. I'd say quality-wise, this movie is probably a better movie than Meg 2. Quality-wise, like it's not quite shot as well. It doesn't look as nice, but it's still funnier overall. You got more chemistry, I think, with your characters. I guess I'd take this over Meg 2, but it depends what you're looking for. But yeah, honestly, yeah, go see the majority of the films out right now over this if you haven't seen it. That said, if you are looking for just kind of a lazy, know-nothing comedy, just fill your time, date movie, whatever, this isn't a bad option. Although Elemental's still out in theaters, and that's probably a way better date movie. So, I don't know. Either way, it's probably going to make my top. I haven't seen a lot of bad movies this year, so this will probably make my top 10. Unless the next, what are we in, halfway through August now? Unless the next 4.5 months gives me nothing but shit, this will probably be in the top 10. And this isn't even that bad of a movie. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just not very good. If I did a number rating, this probably falls on like a 4.5, 4 range. Below average, but hardly dog shit. That's where I'd probably put it. But this is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you've seen the movie, what did you think? If you haven't seen the movie, do you think you'll go see the movie? Let me know. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.